welcome to Vallo Vision News. I'm Jonathan Weed. Thank you so much for watching. A road closure could impact how we get to and from campus. Starting today, the bridge on County Road 24 near Ebenezer Swamp will be closed until further notice. The road closure is about 7/10 of a mile from Highway 119 and about a half a mile from County Road 12. The rest of the County Road 24 will stay open for local traffic and emergency vehicles only. The number of COVID-19 cases at the UM continues to be low. According to UM's COVID-19 dashboard, there are 10 active student cases. 9 of those students are isolating off campus. So far, there has been 92 student cases this semester. There are no active cases among UM employees. UM will release new numbers Tuesday, and we will place a link to the COVID dashboard on Vallo Vision News Facebook page. The rate of new COVID-19 cases reported in the U.S. appears to be slowing, but many hospitals remain packed. And a new analysis shows treating COVID-19 comes with a hefty price tag. Mandy Gaither breaks down the numbers in today's Health Minute.
The cost of COVID in hospitals across the U.S., more than a quarter of all ICU beds in use are for COVID-19 patients.
The amount of people in the ICU that we're seeing in this wave is quite frankly really high. It's something that is very astonishing how quickly people have gotten sick and ended up in the ICU.
The organization Fair Health analyzed insurance claims and found that the average bill for a COVID-19 hospitalization is about $75,000. And more serious hospitalizations, like those that require the use of ventilators or days in the ICU, can cost more than $300,000 on average. After price negotiations, the average allowed amount actually paid by patients and in-network insurance providers is more than $33,000 for a general COVID-19 hospitalization and about $98,000 for a more complex hospitalization. Those most at risk of being admitted to the hospital for COVID-19, people who are unvaccinated. Right now, the pace of initial COVID-19 vaccinations is the slowest it's been in 2 months.
We do need to get these vaccination rates up higher if we want to create a backstop against the kind of spread that we've seen this past summer.
While national daily cases of COVID-19 have inched downward for more than a week, the overall surge driven by the Delta variant isn't done. Experts worry cases still may spike with colder weather. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
According to a Fair Health analysis, treatment for COVID-19, which does not result in hospitalization, includes lab work, radiology, and cardiography procedures, could cost non-insured patients an average of more than $2,500. For insured patients who are treated in network, the average total cost is about $1,000. In other COVID-related news, Costco is once again limiting how much toilet paper you can buy. The purchasing limits are also for paper towels and cleaning supplies. But the Delta variant is not the only person in demand which is higher. Costco says supply chain issues are causing the bottleneck, and they are having trouble finding trucks, drivers, and shipping containers to get the items to the stores. In tech news, Instagram has paused plans for the version of the app for children under 19. The company has been scrutinized after it was revealed the platform knew its app could negatively impact teen girls. Instagram says it will take this time to discuss concerns with parents, experts, policymakers, and regulators. A Senate subcommittee is holding a hearing Thursday on how social media impacts the mental health of children. Apple is reportedly working on a software that could screen for signs of depression and other mental health conditions. This is a part of a joint effort between Apple, UCLA, and a biotechnology company, Biogen. Together, they are studying anxiety, depression, and stress. Eventually, Apple is planning to develop an app for early detection of these conditions. Looking for a home that's surrounded by 8 acres and carries a legacy of evil ghosts? Here's a deal for you. The Rhode Island home that inspired the events of James Wan's The Conjuring is on the real estate market for $1.2 million. Paranormal enthusiast Corey Heisen and his wife bought the house in 2019 for nearly $44,000. And the Heisen's most paranormal events on the property and they rent to overnight guests. They are selling the house because of Corey's health and the stress of running the business. Corey described the activities he's experienced there during an interview last year.
It's been very busy. Doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps, knocking, the disembodied voices.
They told the Wall Street Journal they're booked through 2022. They are looking for someone who will continue to run the business they started. Remember, there's always more news 24/7 on our social media pages. Just search for Vallo Vision News on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for more stories throughout the week. That's all the time we have for today's show. Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in Vallo Vision News again next week.